please give me a nod, thumbs up, or smile when you're ready to go.
A smile.
Doesn't matter. There's no sure thing when it comes to investing. Anyone that tells you your investment is guaranteed to increase, they're lying through their teeth. Despite India offering a large domestic market, rule of law, and as my senators kept repeating, they have a large democracy, her performance in attracting the FDI flows have been far from satisfactory. I oppose a resolution for U.S. to promote foreign investments in India. I have 3 key points to oppose this resolution. Point 1. The FDI regime in India is still quite restrictive. According to the Brookings Institute, India still has a heavy regulation burden among other countries. For example, the time taken to start a business or own a property is higher in India. Foreign ownership of between 51 and 100% of equity still requires a long procedure and a government approval. Now, Senator Irkam 1 and Senator Irkam 2 states that jobs will increase, but actually, jobs will decrease. Because when large retail stores such as Walmart or Costco come in, the small businesses will disappear or just simply move to the larger shop. So there's no increase in jobs in India. Second point of analysis is stringent labor laws. According to Reuters, India has a slew of laws and rules that shape the labor market, regulating the terms of work. Now, Senator Irkam 1 says they will gain jobs and it will be helpful for India, but while the regulations are meant to enhance the welfare of the workers, companies often say that they have the opposite effect. By encouraging them to stay small, companies say they often have the opposite effect. Or they hire contract workers to circumvent the legal restrictions. The laws benefit only a small fraction of the workforce. And now my third contention, which no senator has mentioned yet, we need a bilateral investment treaty in order to pass this resolution. Now, Senator Irkam 2 states that we can invest in many countries, but we need to have a backnet of surety that when we will invest, our investments will return back without any problem if anything happens. According to The Economist, ahead of Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit to U.S. last month, a U.S. expert from Washington has suggested early conclusion of bilateral investment treaty, BIT, as it could be a game changer. While Modi is committed to building out India's inadequate infrastructure, U.S. investors are reluctant to directly pay money for the infrastructure. This is so because a dozen power projects built by U.S. firms across India have suffered from payment security problems. A BIT may provide a larger need for protection, but it won't lure companies back. For all the reasons I stated, I urge you to vote in the opposition of this bill. Thank you.
Okay, that speech was 3 minutes, 12 seconds. Okay, questions? Let me have these asked first. Senator Raka?
Senator, you state that in India there are many regulations that prevent companies from succeeding. However, the U.S. already invests billions of dollars in China, communist China, where regulations are even worse. How do you respond to that?
I agree that regulations are also worse, but even if we invest, these regulations are not going to improve, so there's no need.
Senator Zalgo?
Senator, with Modi in the picture as the new Prime Minister and India having a positive change already with him having 6 months in office, don't you think that we should be investing in India immediately?
We should be investing in India immediately, but we need to have the bilateral investment treaty to have a backset. As I stated in our example, that once we invested in infrastructure, but we suffered from payment security problems. But if we have the bilateral investment treaty, everything will be fine.
Senator, you said it will take jobs away from Indians. How would an American company be concerned about creating or not creating jobs in India?
Because we, as a global policeman, care about other countries. We want it to be equal and fair. And a bilateral investment treaty will do that. So everything is fair.
Okay? Yes?
Just yesterday, they had announced that it would take 1 day to form a company in India.
Mm-hmm.
So we were telling that it takes a lot of time to form industries, start an industry. and the government is promising 1 day. How do you answer that?
Oh, thank you for this wonderful information. I'm not recognized of. But suppose there's an IT consulting job here, right? And we pay $200,000 for it. But if in India, if 4 people can do that job for a cheaper price, won't we lose jobs here too?
Senator Rackham?
Senator, why do we need a bilateral treaty to invest in India if this is simply an issue of America wanting to invest in India? Why do we need India's permission?
We don't need India's permission. We need our safety. As again, I stated an example. See, once we invested in infrastructure and we are suffering from payment security problems, suppose we put our investment in, we want our money back, we need a safety back net to make sure that everything goes well. Therefore, we need the investment, we need the bilateral investment treaty.
All right,
The
thank
bid.
you. Thank you. So tonight everyone goes home and goes for the bilateral investment.